to Code Station.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ultimate Kotlin Tutorial. This is the episode 2 of it, where we are diving into the Hello World program explanation and many more things. If you have missed out on our first video, I would highly recommend to watch it for a smooth introduction to Kotlin. So without any further ado, let's begin. In this video, we're going to learn about 3 things. That is the Hello World explanation, the compilation and the bytecode. So let's move on to the Hello World explanation. Before moving on to the next part, I'm going to teach you or give you a small introduction about a concept called as function. So what is a function? Function is a set of instructions that perform a specific task. So in functions, you give an input. That input is taken by the function, and the function gives an output on that. Functions are written using the following syntax. So in function, you use the keyword called as fun, which stands for function. You can give it a name, it can be anything, and you can give it some input arguments. And after all of that is done, you can put 2 curly braces, and inside the curly braces you can put in the code. That is how you write functions. So let's move on to the next part, that is compilation. So in compilation, as I told about functions, there is something called as main function in a program. So main function acts as the entry point. That means the JVM, when it's time for compilation of the program, the JVM looks for the main function, which is also called as the entry point of the program. So this thing right here, this is a syntax of writing the main function, where you type in fun, as I told you before, which is a keyword and stands for function. Then you type in main, and then inside the curly braces you can put whatever you want, and that will be compiled and read by the compiler. JVM also stands for Java Virtual Machine for the people who do not know. So let's talk about bytecode. So Java code is compiled into bytecode using Java C, and Kotlin code is compiled into bytecode using Kotlin C-JVM. These bytecode files are also called as class files. So these class files then go into JVM, and using an external library called as Kotlin runtime, they are run. In Java, they are run using Java runtime, but in Kotlin, to run Kotlin codes, it's done using Kotlin runtime, which is the external library. And this thing altogether makes an output that we want, that is expected. So now let's move on to the actual part of coding. Okay, here is the first project that we made in our first ever episode. In this project, it is a simple function, that is function main, which is the entry point of our program, where we are printing a statement called as hello world. So we can also print anything else. So let's type in print in bracket 1 plus 2. Okay, so we are printing this. Let's run this using this run button over here. So now we can see we have printed hello world, and we have also printed the number 3, that is 1 plus 2. So let's print again. Welcome to Code Station. Now if we run it, as you can see, this welcome to Code Station is coming after the number 3, but we want it in the next line. And why is it doing that? Because we are printing here using just a print statement instead of using the println statement. So what does println statement do? It basically writes your statement and then moves to the next line. But here, using the print statement, it is just printing the 3, and then it's not moving to the next line, it's staying on the same line. So that's why when we're printing it again, it is overlapping it, or you could say staying on the same line. So if I convert this into println, it will write on the next line. Yes, here you go. So all of our code is written, and we have understood what is println. Okay, so let's talk about how to convert our Kotlin code into Java code. So as you can see here, we have an external library where you have Kotlin Java runtime. But if you go to outputs, and if you go to this main kd.class, as you can see here, this is our Kotlin bytecode, or we can say Kotlin.class code. So if I go to tools, and if I go to Kotlin, as you can see, I can decompile it to Java. So if I click on this, it will convert my .class file into a java.class file, which is basically a Java code. That is it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next video as well. Bye bye, see you the next time.